Hello, my name is Omar Al-Casey, and this is my reflection for ANI171. My main learning objective for the trimester was to learn and understand how to model in 3D. It was an objective I actually had last year when I attended an animation class, so doing this again was pretty refreshing. The first project I did was a micro production, which was just a mini location that wasn't detailed. I wasn't the most productive with this assignment at the time, so it looks really unpolished. I would deny that I flaked on it, but you can look at it for yourself and easily tell. I mean, it's something, but it could have been a lot better. The next project I did was an opening animation. This was the project that I really got my attention, but I also had the most struggle with it out of all the projects. I went with a mimic, and long story short, this project established my trust issues with remote PC. I have also created an essay in which I had to analyze a work of another person. I attached a link of that essay so anyone can read it if they wish to. Long story short, the piece I analyzed was really eerie yet so amazingly detailed. The last project was a landscape with more detail. I went with a road because I'm a simple guy. I don't enjoy making complicated backgrounds. This one I had less trouble with, and I actually had a lot of fun. During this trimester, I have created projects based on what we were learning in class. I did the best I could to make these projects passable, with me going through the occasional struggle. While I did an impressive work, I believe there is still room for improvement. I learned that 3D modeling is way more complicated than I thought. From watching speed modeling videos, I assumed it was a piece of cake. Turns out modeling is even harder than drawing. It's not like you grab a pen and start drawing down on either a paper or a tablet. It's pretty much computer programming. Some of my favorite pieces of media either have elements of 3D or were entirely made in 3D. So learning these kinds of techniques really made me respect these works even more. I learned that I wasn't really passionate about 3D modeling compared to 2D, whereas I will put my heart and soul into any 2D project. For 3D, I just make it ready to submit, regardless of how I feel about it. Then again, it is because of my own preference, really. I'd say the one time I really contradict that statement was with that mimic, since I was actually really enjoying it. But even then, the final product didn't turn out the way I imagined. I plan on having a better schedule and proper time management. With these goals, I can get more done in less time and make better content. The reason why I struggled was because of my awful time management. I will also make sure not to flake on any projects so that I can pass with flying colors without having one rotten apple. I believe that, at least for ANI171, I was more of a pass student than a beyond pass student. As mentioned before, since I wasn't too passionate about the units, I only cared about making my projects passable. I mean, you can look at my projects to see what I mean. Not saying that what I did is a bad thing. I'm just saying that I could aim higher than just getting a pass. Seeing the progress I have done, I believe I have achieved the goal, even surpassing what I've done last year. However, I wouldn't call myself an expert at it. As mentioned throughout this reflection, 3D animation isn't my thing. Despite this, I'm still proud of my achievement for someone who is still a newbie at this.